Welcome to the third race of the Irwin Tools Cup Series in Season 2. We're here at the Kentucky Speedway for this next race, as it's going to be a good one. We got 36 cars on the newly repaved Kentucky Speedway. It's going to be really interesting to see what the track does to the racing, and it's going to be really exciting as they're going to run 10 laps around this 1.5-mile track. Totally different. We saw a lot of wrecks in the Cup race. We'll see if that happens today, and hopefully the racing is certainly better at Kentucky, the newest track on the NASCAR schedule. And we are ready to go and see who is going to punch their ticket along with Kyle Busch and Jimmie Johnson into the chase. So now it's time to look at your starting lineup for the Quaker State 400. On the pole is Mark Truex Jr. and Brad Keselowski. Keselowski's won at Kentucky 3 times. Matt Kenseth, the 2013 Quaker State 400 winner, and Kevin Harvick. Chevy has never won there, and he'd like to give them a win. Joey Logano, and then also Jimmie Johnson. Both of them have never won either. Hoping to cross this off the list. Kyle Busch, who's won here twice. Chase Elliott, he's still looking for his first ever win. Kentucky could be the place. Denny Hamlin and Ryan Blaney. Hamlin looking to win. Ryan Blaney hasn't won yet. Austin Dillon also looking for his first time when he's had a really consistent season so far. And Casey Kane as well. Alex Bowman, he is in his second start of the season after a top 15 in the 88. And Jamie McMurray, Trevor Bayne, and Paul Menard, both of them hoping to do well. Well, Bayne's actually in the top 12 in points. We have Kurt Busch, Ryan Newman. Kurt Busch has been consistent. Newman is not. Carl Edwards had a terrible qualifying effort. He's hoping to rebound. And A.J. Allmendinger as well after last week's wreck. Boyfriend and girlfriend, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Danica both having 20th place season so far. Eric Almirola and Ty Dillon, as both of them preparing as well. Chris Busch, who's going to drive the 37 car for JTG Dory Racing. And Casey Mears looking for a ride, maybe can press some people. Greg Biffle, who will probably end up driving the 69 car. And Landon Castle building with front row. Clint Boyer, almost the end for him. Michael McDowell as well. Well, he'll be back next year, though. Regan Smith and Brian Scott. Brian Scott, he only has a couple races left until he's retired. David Reagan and Jeffrey Earnhardt, both with uncertain futures, as well as Matt DiBenedetto we're going to see if they can please some of these car owners today in the field for that. So now, honorary starter is Dalton Bauman, as he is going to get this race started. Green flag is there, is in the air at Kentucky, and they are flying by into turn 1. Keselowski takes the early lead, 3 wide. Big racing down into turn 1. Keselowski has the run on the outside. Truex fights back. Keselowski clears him, and Brad Keselowski will take the lead. Lap 2 out of 10. Truex trying to fall behind. Matt Kenseth, Harvick battling behind them. We see Chase Elliott move. Tony Stewart. Keselowski, he is leading in front of Truex. He is coming around. Oh no! Ricky Stenhouse, Ty Dillon crash, and Danica and Casey Mears collide. Caution is out. Lap 2 out of 10. A crash here in turn 1 as Stenhouse, Ty Dillon, Casey Mears, and Danica Patrick all in it. Let's watch this. Stenhouse gets under Danica and Rex, and then Danica comes back and takes out Casey Mears. So that's not what they want, as we have all the people cleaning up the track, and we should get going here. Danica Patrick, not what she's been looking for, hoping to improve. Casey Mears, this is not what car owners are going to want to look at for him next year. Ty Dillon, he's already has a ride for next year, so he's good. But this is a setback. And Ricky Stenhouse Jr. as well. Big crash for him. And that will spell the end of the day for all 4 of those cars. Big wreck early, so the rest of the field is going to restart. Lap 4 out of 10. We're going to see who can get the jump here. Here we go. Green flag is back in the air. Martin Truex Jr. and Keselowski lead him there. Truex is staying with Keselowski. And you can see they're battling side by side as they enter the backstretch. Here we go to turn 3. And Chase Elliott gets turned. Kyle Larson as well. Big crash. Caution is out. Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman, Ryan Blaney, Tony Stewart, and others taken out in this big crash. Watch this. It looks like Larson makes a move, gets into Chase Elliott, and they pile in from there. And Ryan Blaney, you can see, he was doing well in points. This is going to set him back. Alex Bowman, I mean, he doesn't have a ride either. So that's not good. Kyle Larson, he was doing really well in points. So this will put him certainly close to the bubble. Chase Elliott, 2 bad races. This is going to put him way out of the chase picture. Denny Hamlin, he isn't safe either. He's most likely going to be out. And then Tony Stewart, in his final start here at the Kentucky Speedway, he won't win today. And you can see all of them are in the garage. And wow. And then you can see and Tony Stewart's had a terrible year so far, so he's going to have to rebound. So now we're going to restart lap 6 out of 10. Let's hope there are no issues with this restart. Green flag is back in the air. Martin Truex Jr. leads him down. Keselowski, and oh no, Kenseth! And Johnson and Menard, big crash. Another caution here as Kenseth got turned, and he gets Jimmy Johnson and Paul Menard into turn 1. Watch this. Kyle Busch gets into Kenseth, and then I guess Paul Menard couldn't save it. Jimmy Johnson, he's already walked into the chase, but he is not going to continue his hot streak. Matt Kenseth, what a terrible year for him. A lot of bad luck for Kenseth. And Paul Menard, he might not have a shot to make the chase. So more cars out of the race, as this has been a wreck fest so far here. And we're going to see, as we have a restart lap, 8 out of 10. Hopefully this one is clean. So we're going to see what's going to happen. Green flag is back out in the air here at the Kentucky Speedway. Keselowski seems like he's getting the lead. You can see they fly by the shortened field. Keselowski takes the lead. And we got more wreck. Eric Almirola, Chris Buescher, Landon Castle, Regan Smith, and Brian Scott all into the wall. Big crash here in turn 2. Caution is out yet again. There's just too many wrecks here today, as this repave has certainly made it a wreck fest. As more cars see, I don't know what happened. I guess Almirola got turned by Castle, or Castle got turned by him, or something like that. But Almirola's out, and then we have Brian Scott, second wreck for him in 3 weeks. Not good for him. Chris Buescher, he gets wrecked out for the first time this year. So having a consistent run. Landon Castle, he's going to go down a little bit. Regan Smith looking for a ride. He was having an okay run, but this won't show for anything. And look at this. The garage is packed. Let's hope there are no more wrecks in this race. You can see Michael McDowell got some damage, so he's getting repaired running that 59 car. He will be full-time in 2017 in Season 3. So now we head on to overtime to decide this race. Maybe this should be it. Green flag, lap 10 out of 11. Logano gives Keselowski a great push, and Brad Keselowski sails to the lead. Joey Logano into second as they head down the backstretch. Joey Logano right behind him. Harvick and Truex side by side. White flag is in the air. 1 left to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Keselowski ahead of Logano. Does Logano have something for him? Keselowski into turn 3. Lots of famous horses have won at the Kentucky Speedway. Keselowski adds to it. Brad Keselowski wins the Quaker State 400 at Kentucky. And he is into the chase. And what a great finish. Let's watch this. Logano gives him a great push. Keselowski excels by Truex. And Brad Keselowski holds on and wins here at the Kentucky Speedway. And here he is doing his burnout. Keselowski with the American flag. He is here to celebrate here at a wreck fest, which was the race at Kentucky, and he is burning it down. So congrats to Griffin Lynn for winning this race, as he will, as third team, join the chasing with the results. Keselowski, Logano, Martin Truex, more heartbreak for him. He's had a lot of tough runs. Harvick with another consistent outing. Good for him. And how about Carl Edwards and Kurt Busch? They started way back, but they ended up making their way through the front of the field. And then you can see this page, mainly a lot of big names. Kenseth, Johnson, Tony Stewart, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, Alex Bowman, Denny Hamlin, all those guys getting taken out in wrecks. And that was just showing how chaotic this race was. All of them did not have the finish they're looking for. And then here's the next page. You can see Casey Mears, Ty Dillon, Ricky Stenhouse, so not much. And here is your points. Jimmy Johnson, Keselowski, Kyle Busch, all locked in by win. Harvick is looking good, and Austin Dillon in 5th, having a quiet season, as well as Kurt Busch. And you can see the cut line now. Edwards is in, Hamlin is out, and Trevor Bayne hanging in 10th, so he's having a good year. But we also have some big names that are on the outside looking in after just 3 races. So race number 4 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, as we're going to be racing then, and it should be awesome. And this Kentucky race provided a lot of great action, lots of wrecks, and ultimately put Keselowski into the chase. And it looks like the 2 team is a big threat, and the first 3 races are really showing a lot. So that's the end of the video, guys. If you like this video, give it a like me on Facebook, NASCAR Racing Fan, YouTube NASCAR Thanks News page. Subscribe for more videos. This is NASCAR Racing Fan 2015 signing out, and congrats to Brad Keselowski and Griffin Lynn for winning here today at the Kentucky Speedway.